Alrighty, folks, welcome to the Throwback series. I'm Skylar Grissom with Josh Gouin. Just to let you know beforehand, this is a recorded commentary after the race, so you do already know the results, but we're still going to call the action. We are in this race, you'll see us. 43 STP. Of course, it'll have me scored as a 17. Thank you, Cunningham, for stealing my paint scheme, as you see it right there. And Josh, you're in the 87, right?
Yeah, I am, and spoiler, I win.
Yo. So let's go ahead and get the starting grid on your screen. This is how we're gonna do it. We'll just skip the qualifying. Russell Bracca, though, Josh, on pole for this race tonight.
Yeah, he loves this car, and he's showing it early on.
Of course, Danny. I don't really want to kill your last name, so I'll just call you Danny in the 18. Second, Brandon Zimmerman, newcomer as well. Third, Marcus Cunningham. You know him in the Stars and Stripes. You'll see a lot of familiar names here from the Stars and Stripes. He's fourth. There I am, Skylar Grissom, fifth. Ben Shelton, sixth. Tim Foskett, seventh. Michael Bussell, eighth. Aaron Smith, ninth. Luke Doran, 10th. Brian Underwood, 11th. And Tristan Ferris, 12th. Look through the rest of the field. 19 cars out here, Josh. Not bad at all. Let's see. 13th, Bobby Patrica. 14th, Nicholas Post. 15th, Jacob Hubre. Josh Gouin, there you are. 16th, Nathan Brookover. 17th, Michael Robinson. 18th. And Cody Decker, 19th. So, Josh, starting 16th, what was your mindset of not qualifying?
My usual super speedway mindset: avoid the chaos and make it to the end with my fast repair.
Yeah, folks. That's simple,
It's never that simple. There's always bumps in the road.
Yeah, well, go ahead and you can see, folks, the grid pulling off the formation lap, and then we're gonna go green flag racing here, Josh.
Yeah, and these cars are a end, to say the least. We have experience with the North Stripe Series. Used to run these cars the first couple seasons, so it's changed a lot since then, though.
There, and you'll see that in this race, folks. Some people are struggling out here. Last time these guys raced it, it wasn't this hard, but there was a patch. Cars are different.
Yeah, I blame Dale Jr.
Yeah, okay. So Junior has made the list.
He was already on it.
As the field makes their way down the backstretch for this formation lap.
I think the best thing that's come since we've drove these cars last is a new, like a new model car. You got the Buick now. Quite a few guys running it. Looks really nice.
It's always nice when you can add another manufacturer. You'll see that. Some guys running it, some guys not. A lot of Chevys, though. Of course, that's usually how it is in a NASCAR field, right, Josh? A lot of Chevys all the time.
Yeah, that's how it is in Stars and Stripes series too, I believe.
Right, well, Russell Bracca there on the front row is going to lead us to the green. As the iRacing pace car is going to pull off. We're about to get the green flag. Here we go. Green flag in the air. First race for the Throwback series.
Russell got a really good jump there on that restart help from the 20. They're pulling quite a bit in no turn one.
These cars, they're going to be all over the road. You'll see that.
Yeah, it's unorthodox style of racing from what everyone's used to. I mean, you got to lift. No one would ever think about
You
lifting.
see, there's already Michael Bussell on the wall in lap 1.
Yeah, it's just a handful from the start. It happens at these speeds, though. Almost 220.
Yeah, you'll see it. Like I said, a lot of people caught off guard. You can throw up the speed here on the screen. I mean, look at Braca. He's going already 204, 205.
Yeah, he's one of the big supporters of this car, as I said, and he's really happy it's back and put it on pole, and he's looking to keep it out front. 18 in the wall
yep,
there.
18 in the wall. It's going to be a hard hit.
Yeah, and
And there goes his tire. You're going to see that a lot tonight. Get it to pit road, though, and the tire's going to follow him to pit road. Look at that. That's nice.
yeah, I believe when that happened, I said it was death.
So, you know, at least the tire knew to follow him to pit road.
This is probably the most important I've ever seen tires be at a super speedway race. You're used to not really needing tires, but they're really, really important in the 87 car.
You can see that 43. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting a little loose there on that bottom. It's a lot of throttle control.
As you're saying, there's a lot of familiar faces in this league. From the guys Saturday night, you got Russell, you got Jim Foskett up there in the 47 Pennzoil car. My bad.
Oh, good.
You got Luke, Marcus Cunningham in the Tide car, as you said earlier. There's a lot of guys coming together to race Monday nights.
Of course, if you're interested in joining this series, it runs bi-weekly, so it's not a weekly commitment to race. It's only a 12-race schedule, so you don't have much time to race. You can dedicate every now and then a Monday.
Yeah, and you know, you're going to race with a bunch of good guys. They're, you know, a lot of these guys, as I said, Saturday, so everyone's got a lot of experience racing with each other.
You can just see these cars are a handful all the way around this track. You talked about the Stars and Stripes series. That was originally named the Throwback series, as you said. Season 1 and 2 was in this car, so.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was a rookie to iRacing and had my wheel at like 2,700 degree rotation without knowing, so it was definitely a pretty big change with having my settings as they should be now.
Sure. This race was interesting. Not the whole season's gonna be like this, obviously, as 20's gonna hit the wall there, which you see it right there. A lot of people you're gonna see hit the wall, and I came over the radio in the middle of this race and said, "You don't get points for hitting the wall."
I think you said that quite early too, and we still continued to hit it.
As you can see, Ferris is gonna drop to the back there. There's actually a caution on the racetrack.
I'm trying to remember who this was. I don't think it was me yet.
I believe that was going to be the, 27th of Nathan Brookover, Stars and Stripes driver. You can see he's dragging. So what we'll do, we'll just rewind this bad boy and see what happened to him.
And you can see that wheel, it likes to get knocked off pretty easy.
Looks like he did this under caution, actually. So
It just shows you how much of a handful these cars are.
I hate to pick on him here, but the caution is out, and bam, and yeah, this is gonna hurt. That'll do it in there. We had a caution though on the raceway. I believe it was a one-car incident, so not that big of a deal.
I don't think it was me and Cody yet, was it?
I don't believe so. So the way we're gonna do this is, like I said, a recorded race or a commentary. So we are gonna pick back up when we go back green, Josh.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, picking back up here before we go back green. Russell Bracca still scored your race leader here after pit stops. Not a lot of people pitted there, just a few people in the back.
Yes, I was one of them. I needed some tires.
And these guys only had, like, what was it, 4 sets? Maybe even 3?
Not enough.
Green flags back out in the air. 34 of Cunningham gets a good jump there. He's going to jump down. As we lose Russell there because he blinks a little bit, but he's back.
Yeah, back in P1, he did had to disappear for a second. Little smoke screen. You see Nicholas Post? He's right up behind you.
I was posting that 89 Monte Carlo. As you said, 19 cars showed up tonight, so
I think you can agree with me. Pretty unexpected to have this amount of cars with how hard it is to recruit.
very hard to recruit for these. It's not that bad of a car. It's just it gets people out of the comfort zone.
It's a handful. It's a handful. Definitely a challenge, but when you can succeed in it, it makes it even better.
Sure. You see Ben Shelton. He loves his car. You can see him jump out there behind Jim, trying to get that outside going.
I think he's been trying to get this car back since we stopped racing it a couple seasons ago, so he's elated.
He wants it on dirt or short tracks. What he likes.
He'll be happy next time.
Yes, again, this series runs bi-weekly, so it's not a weekly commitment. Only 12 races, but it stretches. We started in June, and this is not over until November.
You see the front four starting to break away a little bit. That happens a lot in these cars. It's definitely not like a current gen car. It's you can get some big runs all by yourself.
Big Jim there gets into the wall a little bit. You can see the 13's hitting the pit road. He's got a tire down.
Yeah, those are pretty easy to knock off, and these walls will definitely knock them off.
On board with Jim Foskett here. Another guy, that loves this car. Oh, that shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It just shows how how in the past these cars are for current technology.
Of course, Jim is in the Buick. It's the first time I'm seeing inside the Buick, but you can just hear him working that throttle, working that wheel. The unique car.
Yeah, I still think my favorite onboard's the Chevy with the little fan in the feet.
So does Chevy short. Oh, not okay. Not a bad camera angle, but
I guess you can't see the fan. It's illegal.
Jacob Oubre, another Stars and Stripes driver.
Familiar colors for him.
Always in the Rowdy Energy or M&M's. I have to change the M&M's for next season. You can see Bracca and Cunningham there.
Yeah, Cunningham, really fast in that Tide car. You like that scheme a lot too, I believe.
Sure. You can see the rear bumper of Bracca here. Get a good view of the run that the 34 will get.
Yeah, when you're lined up like this, it's it's almost at 220 in this turn, and you have to lift or you're gone.
I was feeling pretty good up there. You can see I'm in that STP Richard Petty scheme.
I don't think I was feeling as good because I was already starting to struggle. I still hadn't got a grip of how to manage tires yet.
Yeah, again, kind of just went in here with no practice at all. These guys got a 30-minute practice, and as you see, the 23 of Decker hard on the wall back there.
Yeah, did a good job saving it, not bringing anyone with him. And you see Aaron Smith, he joined a little late today.
He did, not running his traditional yellow banana, but
Gold and white. You could call that gold.
I would. I think it's like a gold.
I think it's like a goldish green.
He is known for driving yellow cars, though, so you can't really miss him. There's Josh Gooden right there. The 87 Bell South.
Yeah, just a nice looking paint scheme. Just trying to save the car, not wreck at this point. Hands are full. It's such a hard car to drive.
Now, this is the tight spot when you're in this car because you gotta rely on that guy on the outside there. As you see, Jim's gonna get in the wall there. He keeps it out of the groove, but they're 3 wide right there.
And that's something you don't want to be. I mean, you can do it, but it's pretty treacherous.
Now, what I was saying is, you got to rely on that guy on the outside. Like, as you see Hubre about to go inside there of Jim, you have to rely on him not to hit the wall coming out the exit of the turn.
And you see Hoover, he's wide there, but he keeps it off the wall. It's really easy to jump the cushion, per se, and get right up into that wall.
We're on lap 19 of 100. One of the longest races this series does. The rest are not that long in distance, but it'll still be challenging.
Yeah, I think this car's going to be a handful no matter where we go. But, as, we talked to Brian, he's, he likes these cars. And, we're going to short track soon. He's pretty excited for that.
.43 getting a little squirrely there is Ben Shelton working on that outside.
You see, we pointed Aaron out. He's, he joined late. He's already caught the tail end of this pack.
You can see Ben Shelton. He was trying to get that outside lane to work.
Not much help, though, for him. But, I mean, you could do that by yourself. I mean, these cars get huge runs.
On board with Ben Shelton here. As you can see, his driver details. I'm only here for the women and short tracks. I'm all out of women. He's also got a nice top right quote there. Hi, Skylar. Hi, Josh. Love y'all.
It's been Shelton for you.
His caution is out on the raceway.
Yeah, I don't think we need to show this one.
Oh, what do we have here?
Well, as you can see,
What happened here, man?
I lost Talon in the 3, and Cody wanted to see the underside of my car.
Yeah, just ran you over, and then looks like the 18 wanted some too. Oh, and he's hard in the wall.
But yeah, luckily for me, that was only about 30 seconds of damage for me.
Alrighty, man. Do it.
But Cody definitely wanted to make it more.
I gotta love that.
And then I about lost it right there.
Alrighty, well. Second caution of the night. Gooin goes around with some help. We'll be back at the next green flag. Alrighty, folks, we're picking right back up. As you can see, Luke Doran's going to be the race leader here.
Yeah, back in that, he's in that 3 car, just like he is on Saturday nights, and he takes green, gets a good start, and he's almost clear of Russell.
You got the 3 and the 43, some of the most iconic numbers in NASCAR. 1-2 there.
Well, he also got the 11. That's also another iconic number.
Yes. But you know, the bottoms are a little more iconic. Now, what was happening in this moment? We have the same row in the Stars and Stripes where the leader chooses, and they're like, "Oh, Luke, you should have picked the outside."
Yeah, they were trying to get him to the outside.
And then, yep, Brackett tries to clear himself here, and hold on, folks, we're going for a ride.
And Jacob Hoover about makes it through, and it's just chaos. Absolute chaos.
We'll rewind that once again, see what Brackett was thinking. I was right behind this. You can see the STP car take a hard hit. I think the best one to go on board will be... Here we go, and then great shot coming up here. Not clear.
Yeah, very similar to Saturday night. He in the lead and cleared himself on run and got turned.
That's going to use a lot of fast spares. These guys did have a fast spare. You see them still wrecking. So some of these cars right back up there, they had a fast repair. Only one. So, and a lot of guys used it up there.
Yeah, because you see a couple tires, you know, bouncing through the infield. Had to get some new suspension parts put on those things.
As you can see, yeah, 43's got some new aerodynamic developments.
Yeah, I don't know how fast that'll be. You know, maybe fast in the Haas and F1, but still not that fast.
So we'll pick right back up on the green flag. Alrighty, picking up again right after the big one, and Jim Foskett, your leader. You know, Jim got his best finish in this car in the Stars and Stripes series, a P3 at Dover. As you see, he gets a good jump.
Yeah, outside line not going. Guy in the second row has no talent. So Jim's going to get away pretty nicely.
Jim said this. He said, "Oh, I got out there too far."
Yeah, I mean, that's 100% true. He's going to get a huge run on him.
Let's see the closing rate, as they're already on him.
And you know Underwood's going to take him a run. He ain't going to fall in line. He wants that lead.
Ryan Underwood powers his way to the lead.
Yeah, I was just trying to fall to the back at this point.
A lot of people trying to play it safe.
Listen, it's my strategy at a super speedway until it doesn't work for me.
Of course, these guys have another super speedway, Talladega, so that'll also be a very interesting.
You see, this is probably the most broken up the field's been this whole race. Front four, pulling away from Nicholas Post.
There is Nicholas Post there in that 89. You know, he does have a win in this car in the Stars and Stripes series when it was ran at this track, so he knows how to win here.
Yeah, I believe that was you pushing him. Are you right behind him helping?
I pushed Tristan Ferris, and that caused a wreck, and that allowed Nicholas Post to pick up the W. So you can see Cunningham. Heard his name called out a lot in this race. People didn't like the way he was making some moves, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean it's aggressive, but hey, he's keeping it P4 right now, so it's working for him.
See a little breakaway here. That's Cody Decker. Zimmerman all over the back bumper of post. Almost like he's pushing him, and he is pushing him a little bit there.
Yeah, and that's gonna get posted loose a little bit there, as you see. Zimmerman had a rocket ship, and he he's gonna be up here quite a bit in this race.
Brian Wood stretching out the lead a little bit. Brackett and Foskett not letting him get out that far.
I do believe this is the long run, maybe.
I believe so.
Which in this long run, you'll see we have a lot of almost cautions in it.
Brackett's gonna get the inside here on Underwood, and he's gonna go back to the lead. Brackett likes being out front as he's having some blinking issues.
Yeah, most we've seen him having.
And there goes Tristan Ferris, hard into the wall, and takes out the cone. And his tire does a little dancey dance into the infield. He's gonna be dragging all the way around, Josh.
Yeah, this is an unpleasant ride. You know, we've already said it a couple times. Off of turn 4 is a handful. It is very easy to get loose.
Already got really tight coming off those turns.
There was a tire in the infield back there, but you know, be all right.
And then I wanted to follow Tristan, so I said, I'm coming with you, buddy. Like the exact same thing.
How did your tire fly off there?
I thought I was about to Chris Buescher there. But yeah, a lot of the top guys hitting the wall. Yeah. But back up front, it was crazy.
And we're not done, I don't think.
Yeah, and if you're wondering why was Green, iRacing doesn't throw cautions here. It's hard to get a caution at Daytona.
Yeah, they just don't care about the tires sitting everywhere. So we'll be around to pick those up later.
And there goes Cody Decker. This is hold on, folks. We're going for a ride. We stay green on the racetrack.
I didn't see a car flipping.
We stay green on the racetrack. Now somehow he doesn't lose a tire.
But he can't get it going straight.
Oh, these cars. I believe that might bring out the caution. No, we were still green. You can see no caution lights. Oh man, you guys got to get in here for this 87. I really can't believe we had a car doing flips in the infield and there was no caution.
Hey, these cars barrel roll quite easy.
Yeah, if you get them turned around there on the, they catch the air on the rear bumper, they're going up. I mean, that's what they're known for, blowing over.
You see, those incidents really separated this field. You got a little breakaway here, 2 more cars, and another breakaway down to Jacob, and that's all you can see in the shot.
Sir. That really started breaking up this field. You see Cunningham and Rika having some issues there.
And you see Tristan coming off pit road there after his repairs.
A lot of this is going to boil down to, these guys don't suck. I mean, get that out there. It's gonna boil down to not having a lot of time in this car, you know, after a long time out, and it got updated, and it's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's so much different. You know, some of our top guys in this car complained about it.
Now, once this car first came out, it was loose, believe it or not, but now it's tight, so it's really a handful.
And these guys somehow keeping it side by side, and that's not easy to do with these worn tires.
Not at all, as you can see. Underwood trying to do like a similar move as Brackett did earlier, but it worked. Now these guys ran each other at Auto Club in the Stars and Stripes series.
Yeah, a couple times, and you know, we didn't have any carryover in this series, but you know, always something to keep an eye on.
On board with Zimmerman here. As you see, they get into it again. But he
Great
saves
job
it.
by Zimmerman. Really good job by Zimmerman to check up and not finish Underwood off there.
I will say, Brackett said, it wasn't me that time, you know, they were talking about their at Auto Club, and Brian says, didn't say it was. So what you're seeing here, folks, is this started breaking up this field a lot, and you're going to see in the finishing results what occurred when that happened. As you see, Aaron Smith, he's a lot of laps down, but he's out front.
Yeah, no surprise there, him being out front. This long run really shake things up.
You see Bobby Patrick is the one blinking out there. He is going, spoiler alert, he is going to eventually lag out.
I think it was right here because I don't think he comes back.
So that is that car you see blinking there, and that Miller Buick.
Yeah, our other commentary partner on Saturday nights, he had internet issues Saturday and has them again tonight.
You can see he's blinking like a strobe light. I think that's officially it right there for him. Shout out to Jim Foskett. Jim Foskett with a very nice looking paint scheme.
Yeah, he's really good at making paints. He made me one for last season in ARCA and makes most of his paint schemes. I got a feeling he probably made this one too.
Russ Brackett is going to come and lead lap 43, 100. Okay, what we're going to do, folks, this is a pre-recorded, or this is recorded after the race, so it is pretty late. So we're going to skip ahead in coverage, and Josh will pick right back up. As you can see, lap 46 of 100 here. We skip ahead a little bit into the coverage. And this is about to be painful for Nicholas Post, Josh.
Yes, very painful, just like you and Tristan. And like Tristan, he's going to lose a tire.
Now, you said a tire came across your screen here, right?
I believe this was the wreck. There was a lot of them where I saw tires.
You can smoke up ahead, you're probably thinking, oh, who's done it now?
It's been later
And
on.
look, there's more people wrecking right there. I believe that was Jacob Hoobury. From what I could tell from the paint scheme, it was.
Yeah, I think he got turned or clipped or something and lost control.
And well, you know what? We'll go back and look at it. I mean, we got time. So a very long spin, and there's some help. So let's see. Just looks like Cunningham was trying to bump draft him there.
Yeah, and odds are Jacob was maybe letting off there because you have to let off in that tri-oval sometimes.
Yeah, people aren't prepared for the bumps, but we'll go ahead in the coverage again. We'll see if any more action. And picking back up on coming to lap 60 as Marcus Zimmerman, or not Marcus Zimmerman, Brandon Zimmerman, sorry, is your leader here. Now we're picking back up because Josh Bryan had some problems here.
Yeah, tires are hurting at this point, and his can't handle it anymore, and he's going to lose a tire, and he's going to be in the wall. Did a really good job saving it there, though.
As you can see on the scoring, all those incidents that did not bring out a caution has started putting a lot of the field lap down. We have 5 cars on the lead lap.
And you see Brian limping at the pit road.
You can hear it here on the end car, the tire's down.
It's a hard time getting it slowed down. Not easy to do on 3
A
wheels.
lot of people picked up a penalty there. They paid for it. The big thing about this car, you don't really want to get a pit road penalty because they're going so fast around here.
Yeah, and a lot of penalties are like a 40-second hold, and that's at least a lap, maybe even 2.
We pick back up. Running orders: Zimmerman, Foskett, Cunningham, Goo, and Underwood.
Trying to get a little help from my teammate in the 43, but he didn't want to help me save fuel.
Damn. I didn't see the point of you staying behind me when you're faster. Slowing you
Yeah,
down.
it's all right. I would have made it.
As it sounds
Jim's got one
like
down.
Jim's got a tire down as well. You can hear it there. Pretty cool. Going a lot slower than usually are through the turns.
And at this point, I heard 2 tire problems. I was thinking about maybe just putting fuel in it because I only had 1 set left. But another tire issue, I decided, all right, we got to get those tires.
And Jim came in really hot there. He's going to pick up a penalty.
Yeah, and this is a really big penalty. Luckily, he was P2 at the time, so let's at least save him.
And
1 or 2
Cunningham
down.
also picked up a penalty. These guys were getting on pit road very hot. And that's going to, really separate this field.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
good. And
think
you
there's.
came in and, yeah, you went for a ride.
Yeah, trying to get all I was could. If I didn't mess up that bad, I might have had a shot at the win if it went green. But I guess I blinked out there. But threw it all the way on the pit road entry. Not very good at that.
Of course, these are very heavy cup cars here. Not that good of brakes.
And confirm, I locked both tires.
It's not like the next gen car where they have these really good brakes now, more braking power.
And that was a 40-second penalty for unsafe entry.
So right now, let's run you down. Zimmerman right now is the only car on the lead lap.
And you had to make his pit stop, I believe.
Yeah, he has not made his pit stop yet, but I believe Underwood picked up a meatball for that tire going down because the car starts dragging. As I think Nathan is going to eat the wall again. This is going to mess up Zimmerman here getting on because he was afraid of that car, and he gets in too hot. He's going to pick up a penalty too, Josh.
Yeah, and he almost spins. He does a really good job in locking it up so he doesn't spin into the wall because that would have ruined his race.
Excuse me, that
this hurt.
wasn't wasn't Nathan again. I don't know who that was that ate the wall. But yeah, somebody ate the wall pretty good again. Brandon Pittett. That did bring out a caution though, so that's gonna be
right
Nicholas
there.
Post.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. I believe he was trying to get on the pit road, maybe.
Yeah, that's gonna bring out a caution all the time. Oh wow! Oh,
All right. Well, I don't know what happened.
saw some rowdy energy there. Post is losing it. Man, some caution. Yeah, that's gonna bring out a caution, surprisingly. When he rides it down the wall like that.
Yeah, that's probably where he got the gushing at.
Oh man. The Nicholas Post there. Heavy contact. Watch out, Tristan. Nicholas Post bringing out the caution here. A lot of people were happy about that. And there's only going to be 2 people on the lead lap, Josh.
Yeah, I was not one of them. I put myself 2 laps down. I think it is the 20 and 77.
There, and we'll pick that right back up. So we come back, and there's only 2 cars on the lead lap. Alrighty, Josh, picking back up, and this grid is jumbled up now. We got lap cars in between leaders, but there's only 2 lead lap cars.
Yeah, it's the 20 and then the 77. Where's the 77 at?
Where's the 77 at, you ask? Well, he's going to have some work to do because he's way back there. As we're on lap 69 of 100. Ben Shelton's blinking out there. But just look at this, folks. 2 cars are on the lead lap, and they're both separated from front to back.
Yeah, and it's not easy to pass because everyone's getting huge runs.
Now let's break down this portion of the race coming up, Josh. There was a little run here, and then there's going to be one more caution, right?
Yep. I don't remember who it was, but I believe there's one more caution, and that would allow a 3rd car to get a lap back.
Of course, there is Aaron Smith still out there. A lot of laps down, but he never gave up the rest of the night.
Yeah, I think he's cracked the top 10 at this point, hasn't he?
He's just outside of it, 11th, but he's about to pick it up because Post is off track.
Yeah, I mean, he, like you said, he just kept doing laps, and he ends up getting a pretty decent finish for starting like 10 laps down, I believe.
But yeah, you can see when the scoring ticker scrolls there, so many cars a lap down, but that's not going to be the case the whole season. Once these guys figure it out, going to be some pretty good racing.
I think this is just a product of these cars on super speedways because
As you see, Braca is going to get in the wall there, and it's going to be a hard hit, Josh.
a very hard hit. That's a lot like Danica's crash here in 2012.
And there's his tire. A lot of tires just fall off.
And the compound things, I believe he lags out here in just a second too.
You can see Braca way down there on the infield.
He's got a long way to go.
Lee Zimmerman showing his strength here tonight. His debut in the World of Stock Car Racing League.
He's very skilled in these cars. Very, very skilled. And he showed it from the jump. Top 5 pretty much the whole race.
They out of 19 cars, we had 3 drivers out here that have never raced with the majority of the field. So a lot of these guys knew each other, but 3 of them did not.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that, group of people that'll go pretty much wherever, because it'll help you have a nice base to build on.
Of course, right before the race, we had some Old face. We had an old face join, and Drew Ballesteros. I've not seen him in a while since season 2, so hopefully we see him back out there at Phoenix. As we see Aaron Smith passing the leader there, but he's getting a lap back. As so does Jim Foskett. He's getting it back the old way.
Yeah, and you talk about old faces. I think we should invite more old faces from season 1 and 2, just to see what happens.
We shall see. Season 1 champion Chris Stouffer in the Stars and Stripes series. He won in this card. Does he come back? Bruce Pearson, if you're out there.
I know a lot of people love Derek Pemberton. Maybe he could come back.
Oh, Derek Pemberton was a fan favorite. So if you made it to this portion of the race, hopefully you enjoyed how we did this. We kind of broke it up a little bit, but you're still getting a pretty good lengthy video here.
And I think we were originally planning to have Skylar live stream it, but it's nice to have another number on track. I think this will work pretty well because we still get interviews with people.
Those guys get that broadcast feel. They still get interviewed and all that. It's still going to go on the YouTube and all that. You hear a car hit the wall. That's the sound all night. You'd think we were at Darlington.
Yeah, if we had a counter, it would been pretty high. I think I hit it once or twice.
You see a lot of cars are just out here just trying to pick up some spots. No playoffs in this series, so every point matters.
Yeah, and this is your return. Definitely not how you wanted it.
Not how I wanted it, and it gets worse.
Really?
Sir, as we hit the 25 laps to go mark. So yeah, no playoffs. It's basically like Stars and Stripes points, but if you set the fastest lap, you get a point.
Yeah, and originally we were going to try F1 points. I'm very glad we went away from that. Because I think you deserve points for how much effort you got to put into driving this car, even if you finish, 13th or 14th.
Sure. As you can see, Ben Shelton and Jim Foskett have passed the race leader. That's not the race leader in the 7. The race leader is in the 20. So they are on the lead lap at this point. That's the 21 and 47 there. They are on the lead lap as they have passed the leader.
Yeah, and you see the leader, he's 4th car in line, right behind him. We talked about him at the start of this run, Brian Underwood. He's right on the back bumper of the leader now.
Brian's always good at these super speedway tracks. You'll see it in the Stars and Stripes series. You'll see it here. Now in the Stars and Stripes series, he likes to go to the back, the front, back to the front, back to the front.
Yeah, he gets some runs out of nowhere somehow in different cars. I think we need to test his engine.
More than likely should. What do you got in there, Brian? But yeah, just to sum it up with 23 laps to go, this is not your current day NASCAR. It's not wide open all the way around. You have to manage this thing for 100 laps.
Yeah, you're going too fast to be wide open everywhere. Yeah, I mean you're like I said, you're almost at 220 into some of the corners if you're in that draft.
Think about this, folks. They did this in real life. This is dangerous stuff here. We got open face helmets. As you can see now, we'll show you that the leaders are now right behind each other. We're on board with Brian Underwood here. That's the race leader right in front of him. We're coming around to get 21 to go. Yeah, you hear him playing with that throttle. It's that way all the way around here and at Talladega.
I believe Talladega's a little worse because the bigger tri-oval.
It is a bigger track, wider track. That's gonna make it more exciting, though, in my opinion, because it's more room than here at Daytona.
Yeah, a lot more room. You got another line. I mean, you can make it 3 wide, but not easy.
See, Daytona has that road course on the backstretch. Talladega doesn't have that, so there's a lot of room on that backstretch.
Yeah, and I believe we're getting closer to the final caution.
Yeah, and no comment on that.
But not trying to spoil anything, but 5 cautions for these cars. I think that's pretty solid.
It's pretty solid. 19 cars showed up tonight, so one short of 20. And we probably would have had that 20. He joined pretty late. Like I said, Ballesteros. So if you could have got in here, and there's some other guys that are probably going to be here as well. So got a good amount of cars for a difficult car to recruit for.
Yeah, and if we can get 5 caution next week, I'm sure both of us will be very happy about that.
Of course, the next race is at Phoenix. So I'm sorry, folks, first short track of the season. Hey, it's classified on our website we use for the points and schedule as a short track.
It's a short track. I mean, come on. You're using a lot of brake. It's a big short track, but it's a short track.
Now, the interesting thing when we head to Phoenix in a couple weeks, who's going to be brave enough to use the dog leg?
I mean, I'll try it.
I mean,
I might end up in the catch fence or hitting
back
the
in the
cactus.
Gen 6 car, it would upset that Cup car.
I'm sure a lot of people will be testing it in practice.
Of course, that's on iRacing in real life. They just fly down there.
And I'm hoping the practice is 30 minutes longer.
The rule change is already being requested. Guys, like I said, had 30 minutes today. As you see, Underwood trying to make a move there on the 20.
30 minutes flies by when you're trying to practice.
The Underwood looking on the inside here of the race leader, Zimmerman.
Yeah, he's got that inside line. He's got a lift. A little bit more, but
This is the battle for 1 and 2. The blue and the black and goldish car. That's the first and second. The guys in front of him, laps down. Well, Foskett and Shelton are not laps down, but Smith's a laps down.
And that's an important battle between Foskett and Shelton. If Underwood were to get back past him, that's a battle for the lucky dog right there.
You can just see Underwood up to 212 miles per hour. 216. That's a lapper there. And if you want to join this series, you can find it on Facebook at WOSCRL. Join that. Now, there is a link for the Stars and Stripes in there. You can just message us on the page and we can get you a Throwback Series invite.
Yeah, we could probably put a link to the Discord in the YouTube description for the Throwback Series.
Sir, and again, it's only a 12 race schedule bi-weekly, so it still runs a pretty good distance. Like I said, June to November. Ends a few days before Thanksgiving. So it's
and
pretty long.
I think the bi-weekly also gives you a little more time to practice. Not everyone can put in a lot of time in the sim time, but 2 weeks, a lot easier to find a day you can just sit down and practice.
Yes, sir. And if you don't like that and you want a weekly series, we have that as well. Saturday nights.
Yep, in the trucks. We're heading to Richmond next.
The Underwood's working on Foskett, trying to put him a lap down again.
It's a really smart move by Underwood. if he were to just ride, and we talked about another caution coming. If he were to just ride, that would be in the two other cars he would have had to race.
We're on 14 to go here. Just look at this.
Out making a move on the outside. That's a very strong move.
That's that fan you're talking about down there. If you look, when his right arm moves, you can see it a little bit there. That's an old school way of pulling your feet.
Yeah, it's about as old school as you can get it for NASCAR.
You can see the leaders coming up on some lap traffic. Of course, it's a lapper in front of him, Aaron Smith, but lap down, still flying.
Yeah, and he's honestly the fastest car on the track. Just missed the start. He had, I believe, another league race right before.
And since there is a point for fastest lap, what we'll do right now is we'll show you the scoring ticker and we'll put up their fastest lap. So this is going to be a oh shit moment for me. I'll just be honest with you here. I kind of get in the wall and I'm about to take out the leader.
Wow, that's
and then here comes the rest of the field. And that is going to bring out a caution. So caution with 12 laps to go. The 43 loses talent.
I'd like to rewind that real quick.
He wants to rewind it. He wants to...
No, a little bit further back from your wreck. How did Underwood got a pretty decent lead there? How was Underwood able to pull away so easy? Wonder if the 20 or 47 maybe had an issue?
Not what you want to see.
No, not running P2.
But that is going to bring out a late race caution. That's going to let Jim Foskett get his lap back.
Yeah, the third car on the lead lap. Just like Brian, though, he'll have to start at the back of the pack.
Yes, we'll pick it up as we come down to the final laps here. As there's a tire flying. Yeah,
probably yours.
Yeah, it's probably flying away down there. All right, folks, we'll pick it back up when we go green with a few laps left. And like I said, folks, pick them right back up. We're about to come to green flag racing with 8 laps to go. And let's set the field. Josh, 20, Zimmerman first, Underwood 77 second, and Jim Foskett is third. But look at him way back there in that shell car.
You got Shelton lap down, me 2 down, Cunningham 2 down, a couple other guys laps down. You got Jim Foskett. He's got a pretty fast car behind him that's gonna help him.
And yes, Aaron Smith came over the radio and said, "I'll get you up there."
Yeah, he offered a push. I don't know if you want to push in these cars.
Now the Chevy can push. We've seen that before with a former driver and his teammate.
Definitely not easy, though. Just trying to get out of their way.
They are flying. And don't quote me on this. I believe Foskett bit it. He had another set of fresh tires.
Yeah, he did. He had some fresh ones left, and he's putting them to use with some help from Aaron Smith.
Back out front, though, Zimmerman in the lead. That's Shelton right there, trying to stay the lucky dog. It's Cunningham right there as well.
Well, he would have got it no matter what. Cunningham was 2 down.
Yes, but Shelton's luck, he could have wrecked.
Yeah, well, he you know, he saves his bad luck for Saturdays.
He was one of the people very happy to see this car back, as the smoke is from a little blinking, but he's fine.
See Underwood getting a run on the high side, trying to go to the outside of Zimmerman. Not much help, though.
As they come to 3 and 4, they're going to see the high five from the flagman. We got 5 to go.
And this is getting intense. You got these two, but if you look just a little further back, there's that car, Jim Foskett. He's flying. I guess this is where Aaron sets the fastest lap. Or did he already have it?
I believe he already had it. Come on, folks. You gotta love that camera work. As a little contact there almost, and almost put Underwood in the wall. That would have ended his night.
Yeah, but, elbows out. It's for a race win.
Yes, sir. With 4 laps to go, it's off the table. You gotta go for it.
Zimmerman clips the apron there. Should give Underwood a pretty good run down the backstretch.
You can see Foskett and Smith still working their way up, trying to get a hold of this draft. They got Cunningham's draft. They're there now.
Yeah, Underwood taking a lead, but Zimmerman's going to take it right back in the middle of 3 and 4. His
You can
apron
see
again.
Zimmerman. He's struggling there. Three laps to go.
B3 Jim Foskett, he's right in it now. Just nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go at all. Underwood's going to need some help on the outside if he wants it to work. They come to 3 and 4. They're going to get the 2 to go, Josh.
Yeah, 2 to go at this point here at the line. And, they're keeping it pretty clean so far. With how hard these cars are to control, it's pretty clean. The Underwood trying to get that outside line going again. Ben Shelton with a blink.
He had that issue. He's not had the best of internet, but, I would, if he was not a lap down, I wonder what he would do in this situation.
He would have sent it.
As you see, he gets the bump from Underwood there. And it gets him a little squirrely, and he's going to get into him. That's going to put Underwood in the wall.
Yeah, just, Underwood trying to be aggressive and getting past that lapper and cost him any chance to get this win.
And that's going to be the white flag lap there, Josh, for Zimmerman. This race is official.
Yeah, and it's not over yet. These front cars can get some huge runs, and you see Jim Foskett right behind Shelton. They could tuck in behind him. He might get one last run at Zimmerman before the line.
And see, he's got to get a better run than this if he wants to have a shot coming to the line as they're going to enter in 3 and 4. He's not going to get that run.
It's just, it's possible, but it's just too much to overcome in such a short amount of time.
How about Zimmerman? His first race, and he's going to take the checkered flag.
That's as good as you can get. 1 for 1.
Checkered flag in the air. Zimmerman wins, and we got carnage coming up because Underwood is going to let Shelton know.
I think we should just watch Shelton's win.
As this race is official. Thank you for that, sir. And Underwood's going to have filled this one coming up here in a minute. Here comes post.
Keep it on, Shelton.
Aww. And that's it, folks. Your race winner tonight Brandon Zimmerman.
Yeah, I mean, he kept it up front, kept it clean as he could. You know, he had that one issue on pit road, but he was clean the rest of the race, and that gave him a little bit of room for a mistake.
Sir. Well, let's get the top 3 in here, and we'll interview them. We'll see what they got to say after a chaotic first race here in the Throwback Series. Alrighty, Josh. Well, that wraps up a crazy throwback race right here at Daytona tonight.
Yeah, very wild. You know, these cars are a handful, especially on tires.
From your experience tonight, what did you think? You know, it's been a couple seasons out of the car, but came back tonight. What was your opinion?
I actually didn't mind it that much. It's just the old tires; it gets so tight, and it's just hard to hold a line.
There. Well, what do you say we bring in our top 3?
Yeah, and start with P3, Jim Foskett. Jim, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, boys.
You bring it home P3. You had a pretty eventful night, but got back up to P3. Describe your race for us.
Yeah, eventful is one way to put it. I was able to run up front, which in these cars in the past I've been able to do. We had that long green flag run, and I ended up blowing the right front tire, and that caused me to not be able to get stopped, slowed down for pit road, and got the speeding penalty. I thought I was kind of up the creek at that point, but fortunately I came out only a lap down and got a well-timed caution.
Yeah, speaking of that caution, we really didn't have that many, but once we did, it kind of cleared out the field. Were you worried there at the end you might not get your lap back?
Oh, definitely, because it's kind of unpredictable in this league, and especially with these cars, about whether there'll be wrecks or not, especially when you get all spread out. I was lucky when the big one happened. I think I got maybe bumped a little bit from behind, but I didn't seem to take much damage. But yeah, the caution not coming out in that situation is always a worry.
Sir, well, it's a bi-weekly league, so we won't see you again for about 2 weeks, and we're at Phoenix. How do you feel about heading there?
I've got kind of a love-hate relationship with Phoenix. I like to watch races there, but not necessarily race there myself. And I never seem to do well, but we'll see. Maybe with these cars, get some mojo going with a top 3 finish, get something moving.
Alrighty, well, anyone you want to pick tonight for your P3 finish?
My wife for wrangling our child tonight. I have a feeling she's going to be a little bit upset with me later, but that's something I'll have to deal with.
Alrighty, Jim. Well, we'll see you this Saturday for the Stars and Stripes series, and in a few weeks for Phoenix.
All right, sounds good. You guys take care.
You too. This is Jim Foskett.
All right, now time for P2, Brian Underwood. Brian, it's Josh in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, like Jim, you also had an eventful race. How'd you get it back up to P2?
Basically everybody was a lap down, so it made it a little bit easy. I don't know, just blew a tire. I was lucky enough to get the wave around on the one caution, and I don't know, I just maintained the line and only blew one tire, so it was not as eventful as I thought it was to go.
Well, did you think you had a shot there at the end? I know you had some contact with the 21 there at the end. Did that ruin your entire shot there to win?
No, I was getting frustrated because I made a couple of moves on the outside, and just by yourself, you can't make the move unless you got a perfect line. I don't know. I haven't ran this car enough to really figure that part out, but he would not get off his ass. So I give him a little nudge, try to knock him up out of the groove, and tried again towards the end there, and just didn't work.
We head to Phoenix in a couple weeks' time. How do you feel about heading there?
Oh, this car in short track's amazing, especially if we go back to Martinsville a long time ago. So I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty, well, anyone you want to thank tonight for this P2?
Yeah, gotta thank you guys for putting it on. Let's see if we can keep it throughout the season, and just everybody showed up tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, we will see you in a couple weeks.
Great.
Alrighty, Josh.
So we talked guys that had some crazy races and are covered, let's talk to someone who had probably the calmest race. Brandon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, compared to a lot of other people, you had a pretty calm race up at the front. How'd you keep it up there and out of trouble?
That's a good question, man. I was doing a lot of tire saving, and after about 15 laps, I noticed everyone slipping and sliding and falling back, and I was able to stay on the inside and keep it pretty much top 5 the whole night.
Yeah, like you said, you kept it up front all night long. You're one of the new faces here in the World of Stock Car Racing League. So coming in with that in mind, how did you come in tonight, knowing you were racing against pretty much all new guys?
Yeah, one thing I don't want to do is come in and look like an idiot. I can tell you all knew each other, so I just wanted to come in and learn everybody and learn how everyone drives and just try to be smart out there. And the 87 cars are pretty much all I do on iRacing. So these are my bread and butter right here. So once I saw this league, I had to jump in, man.
We're glad to have you here. And well, the next race is at Phoenix. How do you feel about heading there?
That's going to be different for sure. Brakes going to be a big deal there. Tire management, of course, like always. It's going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Starting off on the right foot here.
Yes, sir. It's always good to start off the season with a win. Anyone you want to thank tonight?
I just want to give a shout out to Roasted Gems Coffee and you guys for putting this on. It's a really, really neat league you got going on here, man. I'm happy to be part of it.
All right, well, we're glad you're here, and we'll see you in a couple weeks' time for Phoenix.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. Brandon there, and you coming to the World of Stock Car Racing League, and he starts off his debut here with a win.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for a better start. I was glad to have people like that who love this car because, it's not easy to find. I think you can agree with that. And I think it was a pretty good turnout for a race one.
Not at all. And as we pull up the results here of today's race, right? The first glance, it was crazy. There's a lot of people lap down. I don't expect that to be the story of the whole season. It's Daytona. A lot of these guys have not ran this car since it's been updated, so it was definitely a new test for them. And there was no practicing. It's only 30-minute practice, and they got thrown out there, and some people flipped, and some people had tires flying all over the place.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I saw someone's fly right in front of me on the front stretch. I actually got into a groove after the first run, and I was really saving tires well. I had 60% left on my tires at the end.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about the tire situation. I guess it is what it is. My race got hit the wall off turn 4, and then that's all she wrote, because then I hit the inside wall. So, well, more comfortable ride than Cody Decker. He was barrel rolling into the infield.
Yeah, I saw him flipping. I saw his roof number a couple times. It was definitely a vicious wreck.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll close it out here tonight at Daytona for the Throwback Series. We'll be live on the air this coming Saturday for the Stars and Stripes. They're at Richmond. Well, that race should be interesting. As we look at that's our next event. This series, takes the week off next week, and then they're back in 2 weeks' time for Phoenix. So look out for that. And signing off, and we'll see you at Phoenix for the Throwback Series, and this Saturday for the Stars and Stripes at Richmond.